Oh man.
Why did that go to me?
That's what I was.
That's weird. Hello, we are live from Asheville, North Carolina. Look at these gorgeous ladies that are surrounding me. I'm pretty freaking lucky this weekend, right? So hopefully Ryan will be joining us. This is our first time trying to go Facebook Live when we're not with each other, right? So that's not going to help, okay? Hopefully he hops on here, but if he doesn't, we're going anyways. Oh, let's see if that's him. Hold on, guys. Nope, that's not him. Hi, Cindy. Oh, we're so excited that you guys are hopping on. So you guys know, Ryan and I usually do our Monday night lives where we come on and just share a little bit for you guys for the week, just showing you that you're truly better together. Are you having to hold that? Seriously? Oh, I feel bad for you. Okay, so hopefully Ryan will be joining us. If not, we're just going to keep rolling with this, right? So we're going to share with you guys a little bit tonight about how network marketing ruined my marriage. Just kidding. It didn't ruin my marriage, but it did cause some major stress in my marriage when I decided to go from being a stay-at-home mom to an entrepreneur and not go back to teaching. Oh, good, babe, you're here. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get him. Why isn't it working?
This one right here.
See? So bizarre.
I know. I just want to sing the song every time.
So bizarre. So bizarre. And we usually start off with music. We got no music tonight, but you can hear the birds, and they are chirping for you guys like crazy tonight. So how many of you that are watching tonight have ever been to Asheville, North Carolina before? If you've ever been here before, post in the comments below your favorite thing to do in Asheville, North Carolina. Babe, I can't get you added. I'm so sorry. So Ryan, do us a huge favor and put in the comments anything that you want to share as you watch our live, okay? Any of your special comments, your magic sauce. I'm so sorry it's not working. We'll figure this out. But if you've ever been to Asheville, North Carolina before, put in the listen to those birds. They're going cray cray, right? So put in the comments below what your favorite thing to do is Asheville, North Carolina. And if you've never been here, oh, but his lights and lashes are perfect. Ryan, I'm heartbroken for you. I'm sorry, but I have pretty good people with me tonight, so I'm pretty excited. They look pretty good. Not as good as you, babe. But they look good, all right? So what we're going to be talking about tonight, you guys, is how when roles change in your marriage, things change, right? And they can change for the good or they can change for the bad. But you can also be in magic sauce is not the best term to use. Okay, sorry. Sorry. So we are going to talk a little bit about that tonight and how you are in complete control, right? And you can determine that. And so one of the really cool things, if you're wondering like why I get to hang out with these awesome women this weekend, is I'm actually here in Asheville, North Carolina in this amazing house that we rented because these women, along with about 5 others that had to leave today, earned this weekend. They earned it because of their hard work and helping others and putting them first and really building their business and not letting anything stop them. And then they earned this weekend. And one of the cool things that we did this weekend is talk about 90-day plans and 90-day goals. If you're a 90-day goal person, throw a yes in the comments below. If you don't do things in 90-day goals, put a no in the comments below. But what we've learned is 90 days is about a good run. And one of the boxes that we are working on with our goal grid is what am I willing to sacrifice and what am I willing not to sacrifice? So what I wanted these women to share with you is they're all married. They all have significant others. Tony's not necessarily married, but she's pretty much married. So I always say she's married because they pretty much are married. They just don't have that legal document yet. Same thing. So I want you guys to hear from them about the things that they have set up with these 90-day plans to make sure that they're not allowing, you know, that to be a sacrifice. Their marriage is too important. Their spouse is too important to them. And that's a number one priority for them in their list of top things. But was it always that way when they first started as an entrepreneur, when they first started in network marketing, when they first started to have success? Because I don't know about you guys out there, I don't know about you, but when I find success and I start doing well at something, oh my gosh, I get so excited, right? And I want to keep doing it and I want to keep feeling that feeling and I'm getting accolades from people and they're telling me how awesome I am. And like, listen, Ryan is awesome at complimenting me, but getting it from other people feels really good too. Right? Be honest. It really does. And then you see the money rolling in and then you see like all these awesome trips you're earning and all these great things to do, right? Yeah, Ryan calls it my beast mode. I like turn into kind of a different person my testosterone probably goes up and my estrogen might go down when I'm like, it's beast mode. Like, I'm going to earn this. I'm going to do this, right? Nothing's going to stop me. So I definitely have had to learn the things that I'm willing to sacrifice and the things I'm not willing to sacrifice. So I'm excited to let each one of these women share with you guys a little bit about what happened for them. Like, I'll let Kristen go first. Here, get closer to me. Cute Kristen. Take over. But okay. Kristen was sharing, you know, she is really blowing it up right now in her business, and she's had huge success. But not only does she have huge success, she's 3 kids at home. One is a baby under 1 year old, 9 months old, sweet little baby. Yeah. And, you know, she already works a full-time job as an interpreter. So that's hard to balance.
It is hard to balance. And so one of the things that I learned on this retreat and from Blair was that I was seeing it a little bit before. It was kind of interfering with my marriage a little bit. My husband even said that he felt a little like lonely and neglected, and I felt bad, but like I'm someone that I love to work. When I love to do something, I love to do it all in. And so I was so gung-ho and I was having so much success that
good.
Yeah, I'm good. That I was having so much success that I just wanted to keep going. And my husband was like, okay. I was like, just give me like, you know, give me 90 days. That was the first 90 days. And then I kept going and I kept running. He's like, okay, I'm still here. What about me? And so I realized that I really needed to make him a priority. So when I did a goal, my marriage is now like my priority. Like that's my number 1 goal. And so I've blocked out time for us, date nights, to give him attention. And that is something that I'm not willing to sacrifice, even though I love rocking my business.
So can you be successful and still have a great marriage?
Yes, you can, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Like, think about this. Like, actually, one of the people who I look up to, and, you know, I think it's really important that we always find people where they are where you want to be. So one of those people for me is Sarah Blakely. She's the owner and creator of Spanx. Like, okay, be honest. How many of you wear Spanx out there? Right? Put it in the comments below. I want a hand up if you wear Spanx. Right? Okay, I might call some of you out because I know some of you personally that are popping on right now, right? Ryan said nice, men are high maintenance, or maybe it's just me. I think everybody wants to feel loved. They want to know they're a priority. They want to know they're important, right? And so, oh, Danelle, we see you, girl. So that's it. To me, Sarah Blakely is one of those people to me. She has an amazing marriage with her husband, Jesse Etler, or I probably said that wrong. He's the one who created the coconut water that Coca-Cola ended up buying. He's an entrepreneur. They're both high-level entrepreneurs. Like, they both bring in millions of dollars each. But when you see them on Instagram and Facebook, they're always having fun in their marriage. They're always having fun with their kids. But she goes away with him alone. She goes on date nights with him alone. Like a woman who runs her own multi-million-dollar business finds that time. So we have to find the time and set those priorities. So I love it. Awesome. Way to go.
Thanks,
Kristen knows she's better together with her husband. So we have lots more tips and ideas like that for you guys to share. But I also want to give a huge shout out if you're not in the 21-day challenge on Marriage Movement yet, because hello, it's day 2 and we've already been doing some of those things, and these awesome ladies here have already been doing some of the things that are in there for their husbands. So Kelly, your story is a little bit different because this is Kelly Boyson, guys, and her husband John, shout out to you, is an amazing man who actually pushed Kelly to get to the level of success that she's in now. And everyone needs a date night. Totally agree. Yeah. We all agree with that. You're so right, girl. But her husband was actually very supportive from the beginning. And so I'm just curious, like, what are some things that you do to make sure that he knows he's a priority?
Well, when we've made family trips a priority.
Yeah.
So one of the things I love about this business is that we get to travel and do these girls' weekends.
Totally.
And so my kids see me having fun and working my business, but what we found is that we need to have family trips as well. So that has made us plan 2 trips a year, and the kids get to pick the places and we all pitch in and do it. And so it's a family vacation. So that's how we've balanced out the trips.
Love that. Okay, what do you and John do to make sure that you guys also, like, during the week and when, because he's an entrepreneur, she's an entrepreneur, it's one of those marriages where both people are an entrepreneur, which sometimes is really hard because there's no shut off time, right? Like, if you work in an office, like Kristen, who just walked off, her husband works at a country club. I mean, when he's home, he's home. So but when you're an entrepreneur, you're constantly working all the time on your business. So how do you and John find that time for each other and shut off the other things?
It's usually, well, it starts with family dinners, so we do that, and then we walk the dog every night together. So that's
What do you do on Sundays? I love
and
this.
Sunday. Actually, that's the biggest chunk of time that we've found that we spend together is we wake up super early. We love the sunrise.
Yeah.
And we live right over the beach from the ocean, and so we get up on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes it's twice. And we go for a walk on the beach on the weekends. So that's where we spend our quality time and talk and catch up for the week. So and then we're walking and talking and exercising, and that's our quality time.
Love it.
Is mornings.
It's awesome.
On the
So
weekend.
she's finding the time. Remember, date night doesn't have to be Friday night going to the movies, Friday night going out to dinner, right? Date night can be on Sunday morning when you walk to the beach together to see the sunrise. Before church.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's
So they
what
have
we
that
do.
special time, just the two of them, to talk over their dreams, their aspirations, their goals. That's another thing that they do that she didn't share is they do talk about the things they want to achieve. Like,
We do.
you know, we had a really cool party here last night. It was called Come As You Are in 2021. And the things that Kelly was sharing is going to happen to her over the next 2 years. I know those are the things that she and John talk about all the time.
Yes,
So
that's what we
awesome.
talk about on our
Thanks,
walks.
Kelly, for being
Thank
better
you.
together. I'm going to scoot into this chair because, Nicole, I want you to step. I know that cannot be comfortable sitting down there, even though, oh my gosh, look at her. Stretch those legs out, girl. All right. So, you guys, this is Nicole Ponda. Her and her husband, Devin, are so much fun to watch. They have a super cool marriage. But we were just talking about this tonight, about how, you know, they really had to work on this and make sure that it became a priority, right?
Yeah, I think what came to mind when I was listening to everyone else is communication. So I think that like Blair and like all of these amazing women that we're with, like we are driven and we have this bigger goal and this bigger purpose in our business. But I know for myself, I wasn't always good at communicating that with my husband, which obviously, you know, we're in this partnership and raising our children. So once we did that, like it just felt all so much better. Because he knew why I was doing this, and then I wanted to know what his goals were.
Right.
But also then we really started to make each other a priority because we just kind of get caught up in the excitement of it all, and again, like our mission. But
Do you also think that sometimes when you were just saying that, something popped in my head, which is, do you think sometimes that we don't communicate to our spouse what we're wanting out of this business because we're scared of what if we don't achieve it?
yeah,
Like we want to be perfect to that person, right? Which is so ridiculous, but we do, right? Like I don't even, okay, Ryan, close yours. Like I don't even poop in front of Ryan. Like how many of you go to the bathroom in front of your husband, right? Be honest, okay? Okay, I guess Sarah picks up us, Ryan. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I guess we're the only ones. All right, well, I'm just saying, a lot of you out there might not like me, or there might be other things that you just keep, you know, quiet, whatever. So, oh, Cindy said never. Cindy, I love you, girl. All right, so anyways, like that's kind of like what I'm thinking when you're saying that is like sometimes you don't want to say those things to your spouse, especially when I first started the business, because like what if I didn't hit that goal? That would be so embarrassing, right? So it's easier to just run at a fast pace and you know, be all in, and then something happens, then we can celebrate it, right? Which is the wrong way.
Partially
Look, Tracy
that.
just joined us.
Yeah, or partially like
Look,
they
Tracy.
might not feel like that's possible, and like you're worried of almost that rejection, even though he was super supportive, like dreaming too big, and then them not being in that place of really seeing that could happen, like not wanting that, like that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Maybe they don't want the same thing. Maybe they don't want to see you.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want that for y'all's life, and they're like, wait a minute, that wasn't what we. I think that's a really good point, because when you first get married, you do change a lot. You have to change together, and the communication is important for that, because you might have said to your husband, "I want to be this person" when you first got married. Now all of a sudden you have these huge big goals, and they're like, "Well, Nicole, that's not what you said when we first got married. What happened?"
And so in addition with the communication of that, it was communicating then with each other of like when, like what he was okay with you need to stop work by this time, like how about we come up with a plan together of like going for walks and going for dates, and like really talking about like what is acceptable and what is not, because I know I had my things that I was willing to give up, right, and then what I thought was okay for our relationship, and he had his ideas, so we really needed to come together in that. And also with our kids, because our kids don't understand like if mom's on the computer or the phone that she's working. So
Oh my gosh, did Ryan pay you for this?
and no,
Ryan, did you pay Nicole to say that? I feel like you might have.
so they know and they see the vision board of like what is in it for our family when we achieve our goals.
Totally. So one of the, and just to show you guys like an example of that, when you were saying that the reason I said I bet Ryan paid her for that is because one of the rules in our house is, since my office is in the house, if mommy's in her office and the door is shut, mommy's working. But then it means I shouldn't be on my phone checking messages in the middle of the kitchen. Because when one of them walks up to me and they want to talk to me or they're doing something or being too loud and I get snappy at the kids or Ryan, that's unfair because we made very clear establishments that mommy is working when the door's shut and they should give me that privacy, that time. I'm working on a goal. But when I'm out in the kitchen, I should not be on the phone. I need to be 100% attentive to whatever's going on in the house. So, yeah. Love that. Thank you. Okay. You and Devin are definitely better together. Can't wait to be with you two in Jamaica in October. Yeah. They're so fun. All right. Awesome. Come on over. You guys meet Tony. How adorable is she? Look at this. I love this hat. So cute on you. All right. Oh, we're right. Pink twins.
Yes.
If you guys like my sweater, it's $12 right now at Old Navy. Go check it out. I really shouldn't recommend anything to Old Navy until they start paying me money to say that, but I'll do it anyways. All right.
My hat's from Thrive.
Yes, that it is.
And they do pay me to wear it.
And they do pay her to wear it. Oh.
Yes.
I love it. All right. So, Tony, how long have you, and you got to say your guy's name.
He's from Ethiopia, so his name is Ibsa. Like he always says, he always explains it like pizza with an E, but people.
Well, I can always remember pizza.
Yeah, you can call him E.
Ibsa.
Just the letter E works.
E. So, how long have you and E been together?
We have been together. Oh my goodness, 2.5 years now.
Right, and they're young, as you can tell by her beautiful face. How old are you, Tony?
I'm 26 and he'll be 25 on June 8th.
So I want you guys to stop and think about this. When you were 26, do you wish that somebody had poured into you and told you, yes, I want you to achieve your goals. Yes, I want you to be successful on our team. Yes, I want you to do great in this business. But I also want you to figure out, what are you not willing to sacrifice? What's important to you? And is it on the calendar? Is it shown there? Is your calendar your game board for your life? And is it showing the people that you love? If I open it up, is it just showing when you're working? Well, where is E? Where are the things that are important to you? And I think that's why it's so important for you guys to hear from Tony right now, because what she and E are doing to set up the boundaries for their life together so that they always are first for each other is huge. I wish I had known this when I was your age.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like most people my age, we are still in the going out stage and kind of just playing life by ear. And
right, Melissa, they are. They're like,
and especially because my boyfriend right now, and I'm not gonna be able to remember calling him a husband yet.
You can call him whatever you want. Call him whatever you want.
Yeah. So, and my boyfriend's a year younger than I am yet. So when I came
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Look at you.
And so when we started dating, he's still in school. I had just graduated, and that was a huge thing for us because I was like that one step ahead in his eyes and kind of in my eyes, which could have really caused an issue, I feel. And I feel like at first he did have some issues where he thought, I'm already there, I'm successful. And then I brought in this business, which is a whole nother thing. So now I have my career and I want to start a business, which could have...
are you not happy with what I'm already providing for
Exactly.
us? Right. Oh, That's a good one, Tony.
Right. So in the beginning, it could have went really sour, but we are luckily so close and we just really talked everything through.
Communication.
Yes. So I really explained to him. And in the beginning, it was a lot because I work full time. I was working full time and then doing the business. So there were times when I got you're on your phone again. And it's the same thing with explaining to your kids, explaining to your spouse that I am working, I'm responding. And eventually he got really supportive and really used to it. And time blocking was huge because then I wasn't on my phone so much with him. And also, being 26, I decided best for my business, Thrive, which is what I really want for my future, not my X-ray job, I decided to go to weekends for X-ray. So I actually worked 12 hours on Saturday and Sunday, which could have really taken
I was going to say, which is a sacrifice for E.
Yeah. Huge. And in the beginning, he really, I thought about it for a while, and he was kind of like, are you sure you want to do this? Because that was our time together finally.
Right.
Because we met when we were serving at Olive Garden, so we were together all the time, but it was work. So now I finally graduated school. I had my job. I had my career. He's finishing up school, and now I go to weekends and work my business all week. So it really does take blocking time for each other, which is huge.
That is huge.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known that at 26.
Yeah,
That's awesome, Tony.
And really, what's really awesome I have to throw in is that now he is so motivated. He got a new job. He's making so much more money. And he, totally supportive of the business and my decision to go to weekends because we actually see each other more now because I've learned how to time block and we both just really push each other and
hopefully soon I won't have
yeah.
to working weekends.
That was one of the things that Tony and I were just talking about earlier, which was that when she started to really push herself and grow, not only in her business, but in personal development and reading books to become better and all these different things, all of a sudden E did too. And now they're both getting to talk about these things and be better together. And I was like, that's so awesome, because that's really how it was with Ryan and I as well. Right, Ryan? So like he started growing, I started growing. Now we do those things together. It's exciting. Ryan's like, when are we doing our vision boards? What are your goals right now for the next 90 days, Blair? And like, I was like, oh my gosh, I've created like a monster, but it's so awesome because we do it together.
Yeah.
And it's so much better together. So awesome. Thanks, girl.
Yeah, of course.
Bringing up Miss Melissa. So what you guys may not know about, hi guys, we're so excited. So many of you guys are joining us. If you feel like this content is something that somebody else could benefit from, please hit the share button. We will shout you out for sharing. We're so thankful. And if you're watching this later on the replay, just hit replay or type replay in the comments below, because we want to know. But I know it's kind of a random weird time, but we're so excited to be sharing this, because honestly, you can let relationships slip. You can let relationships change, or you can allow them to evolve and become better than they ever were before in a whole new level. So Melissa and her husband Cliff both do the business together. They're both entrepreneurs together. Cliff also has a full-time job. They also have a farm. They also homeschool their kids. Okay, so they're a little bit busy. They have 3 girls. They homeschool all 3. And what's really cool is they've been together since they were 15. And yet, you know, she's still constantly trying to figure out, okay, what am I willing to sacrifice? What am I not willing to sacrifice to get to my next level in my business? And what, you know, where is my marriage in that? And what are the priorities? So we didn't even really come up with exactly what you're going to share, but I'm like super excited because anytime Melissa shares, I love her and Cliff's relationship is very similar to Ryan and I. Like, they just have a really cool love for each other. So,
Well, I want to say that the first thing that we do every morning is we wake up and we have a routine. We meditate together.
I didn't pay her to say that.
No, no, she didn't. We meditate together, and then we read the Bible together. Right now, this year we're reading the Bible together through the whole
Are you
Bible.
doing the 365?
Yes.
Us too.
Yeah.
Look.
So, and we're doing it together, which is really cool. And we're listening to it and reading it on our phones at the same
Love
time
it.
in bed.
Oh, that's
and then
cool.
we're doing our gratitude journal. I choose joy. Thanks, Danelle.
Hashtag Danelle Delgado.
Yes. And I can tell you, since we've been doing that, just in that morning, it's about 45 minutes for us, because then we do that and then I read for 20 to 30 minutes every morning. And we have become so much closer. I mean, we've always tried to I've always had to follow him. I know that sounds really bad. I love you, Cliff, but that's the truth.
Right.
He's prior military, so I just followed him wherever we were, and I got whatever job that I could. And then I became a stay-at-home mom out of necessity. So just, you know, that's the way it was.
Right.
So for me, I've always put his needs ahead. And he knows that because of his jobs, because of whatever. And then life flipped, not from this, but because of my health challenges. And he had to put me in front. And since we've been together for 22 years, we've had to grow together where we could have grown apart. And that morning routine for us has been key. And then we also exercise together.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
We do not exercise together.
We go for a walk.
Oh, are these girls all going to exercise now? That's
Hey,
awesome.
I will
They're
go
running
running.
up and down the driveway.
Oh, they're walking. They're not going to run. This driveway is no joke. It's not
like,
just a driveway.
It's like a straight up mountain, by the way. And Ryan, you'd be so proud of me. I've gone up and down it with the car multiple times and even turned around.
She did. It might have taken a few turns, but
few
it
turns.
did.
It might have been like a 4-point turn.
But yeah, so for me, I think that has been key. I mean, we do a lot more with our kids, and we're even having them start exercising with us. But we do 45 minutes of walking or sprinting, interval runs, and it has been amazing because we're able to talk and we're able to,
You can talk through that?
yeah, because you do 1 minute on and 1 minute off.
Oh, right. Okay.
It works. So that 1 minute off,
Smart.
you're trying to catch your breath and then you talk. Because if you go for a run or a walk by yourself and you're exercising, for some reason, that makes my mind think.
Yeah.
And it goes crazy. And then you don't have time, right? You
Right.
don't make time and you're like, oh, the next thing I have to do. So we do it together so we can talk through that exercise.
I love that.
Yeah. So,
That's awesome. And anything
and
else?
date nights.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But
anything
our
else
date
you wanna
nights
share?
are at home.
Right, because
like-
they live like out on this farm now. So it might take them like an hour to get to civilization.
It's true. But we do. So we go to the Dollar Tree. I know it sounds crazy. We buy
That's
the box
hilarious.
candies.
Yeah.
and we sit down and we watch a movie cuddled up on the couch, which is more comfortable anyway. And let's face it, if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of a long movie, you can't pause it at the movie theater.
Good point.
See?
So what was the last really good movie that you guys watched together?
What was it? Well, we went to the movie theater with the girls, so that one doesn't count. We went and saw John Wick 3 in the movie theater, though. Yeah,
Okay.
that was good. I don't know. We like a lot of eclectic things, but we're doing the Avengers series with the girls.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so we watched Thor last.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, I hope this was helpful for you guys, because one of the main things that I was trying to share through this was, you know, that you are better together. And if you're like, you know what, I have been focusing more on my business right now. I know I put the title as network marketing is ruining my marriage, but the reality is for you, it might be network marketing. I saw some of my network marketing direct sales friends out here, but I saw some other people pop on here. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're a nurse. Maybe you're full-time homeschooling your kids. Maybe you are staying home right now to help raise your young children. Whatever you're doing in life, you can put those things above one of the most important relationships that you have, which is your marriage, right? And that doesn't mean that you have to be with your husband 24/7. I'm here this weekend at this amazing retreat. My husband supports me with that because we do things together. We have communication. We lay out our plans together. He knows when he's going to get my time and attention. I know when I'm going to get his time and attention. So those things are really important. And I also challenge you, if you are an entrepreneur and you have other men and women on your team, that you challenge them as well. You know, there are things that you have to sacrifice when you're running for a 90-day plan, when you're running for a goal, when you want to be somewhere big, but there's also things that you're not willing to sacrifice. And I really hope you stop and think about those things, and that you really put those, you know, down as well. And, you know, that was one of the very first things that I ever learned from Paul Gravett, our CEO and co-founder of the company that we're both with, was he said, your calendar should be a game board for your life. When you open it up, are the people that are most important to you on it? Like literally on it. You know, where are you going to hang out with them that week? And then I've also learned lately from Janelle Delgado, where she taught me about the sacrifice and not willing to sacrifice. I always write down what I'm willing to sacrifice for my 90-day runs, but I've never actually written down what I'm not willing to sacrifice before. So that was huge. And I really hope that you will take this and share this with others as well. And then also join us in Marriage Movement. If you haven't joined us in there, put in the comments below. I will make sure I reach out to you and give you the link for that group. It's just a fun group of other people who like want to have a fun marriage. They want to get their groove back. They want to enjoy each other. So this is 21 days of fun, different tasks that you can do to show your marriage that it's important. Simple little things that can completely change the way that you guys are talking to each other, looking at each other, acting with each other. So we want you to be part of that with us. And thank you for joining us. I would thank the other ladies, but they're literally running up and down the driveway, I think, right now, or taking a walk. Hopefully no bears will get them. But I hope you guys have a great night. Make it a great night for others. And let us know if you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Good night.